All right, so we still continue to stay with the story of the relocation from Agbogbloshie to Adjen, Kotoku. We've got live visuals of the situation in Agbogbloshie this morning as structures have been demolished. Of course, today is the last day for the relocation. Yesterday, we saw the onion sellers getting ready to move to Adjen, Kotoku. There are many others who have already settled down in Adjen, Kotoku. Is in the West municipality of the Greater Accra region, and the traders were given up to today to relocate from Agbogbloshie. They were seen largely parking yesterday. Some are doing so today, but the structures, as you can see there in your shots, have gone down. They've been demolished largely. So artisans, including carpenters, electricians, have moved, because if you didn't do that yesterday, then you would wake up today to find that the entire structures where you were working have collapsed, if you like. So all these persons are expected to relocate to Adjen, Kotoku. And Onion Sellers Importers Cooperative Society, they've said that over 5,000 of their members are adherent to the directive to leave Agbogbloshie. And there are other issues in terms of the cattle sellers, and that's the angle that Benjamin Akakpo also captured from Agbogbloshie, and it was broadcast this morning. There are also, some of the sellers saying that it's a painful decision relocating, having traded at Agbogbloshie for about 2 decades with a very good customer base. That's also one of the worry for most of these traders. There are various petty traders who have been speaking to the media, wondering how they'll be able to trade since the bulk traders have been moved. So there are also those petty traders who would usually buy from these bulk sellers, who are also now wondering, would they have to travel all the way to Adjen, Kotoku so they can buy. There are also drivers because of the movements of the traders who are also saying that this is going to affect their business. Transporting onions, for instance, to the various communities and smaller markets. They could get business from that angle, but now that the traders are not going to be there, it means no business for them. Well, we knew that there will be consequences for this action, but there is a bigger purpose for the relocation being done by the Greater Accra Regional Minister who's been leading this. So essentially, live pictures from Agbogbloshie telling the story of the situation as we find it today, after traders, most of them largely met the deadline for the relocation. So all these onion sellers have been relocated to Adjen, Kotoku in the West municipality of the Greater Accra region. Those who are insisting they won't leave, we're not sure what will happen to them. But this is the situation from Agbogbloshie. Benjamin Akakpo is in Adjen, Kotoku. If we settle that issue with the sound, we will connect with him so he can tell us the situation there this morning and whether or not it will be convenient for petty traders to travel to Adjen, Kotoku and then return into the capital city proper to do their business. But we will leave you with pictures from Agbogbloshie. This is what is left of the place. Usually on a day like this, we would find serious business going on. A lot of people negotiating, onion sellers largely doing their business. But it's not the same this morning because they have been relocated. The deadline has come, and so all the structures that we would usually find have been collapsed this morning. And we're bringing you live visuals from Agbogbloshie, telling the story of the situation there this morning. So for those who say that it wasn't enough time, that's actually a 7-week window that was given with a lot of negotiation. And we know that with some compensation also paid to help them move their the products that they sell to Adjen, Kotoku. It was a 7-week ultimatum that was given. And the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Henry Korte, had met them and had met the various unions, those who sell in Agbogbloshie, particularly the Onion Sellers Association. He had been meeting and having conversations, deliberating with them as well. They said there will be no negotiations after the deadline. So for the cattle sellers who were complaining yesterday, what will happen to them today, especially after the minister had said there would not be further negotiations after the deadline. July 1st, 2021 was the date that was given, and that is being carried out. The deadline has come, and so traders must relocate. But we still see that there are persons standing around, but not many structures. I'm not sure how far this demolition exercise would go, but I guess greatly where the traders do business is what we are seeing in the short now. Is that the regional minister we see also in the short inspecting the work that has been done in terms of the demolition exercise? That's the Greater Accra Regional Minister doing the inspection there. There was a committee that was put together to facilitate the process of the movement. Traders were supported to relocate to the new sites. There are those, of course, if you've been here for 2 decades, then it will be pretty difficult to think about relocating and getting into a different destination. That's where not near the central business district at all. But I guess over time they would get used to it. But we are also told that the Onion Sellers Association have expressed appreciation to the Greater Accra Regional Minister, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and the Ablekuma Central Municipal Assembly, and assured them of their cooperation to relocate. And that's what we are seeing today. All right, so after weeks of meetings back and forth, a lot of negotiations, it has come to this day, the 1st of July, when the very famous destination for onion sellers in Agbogbloshie is no more, if you like. We will be connecting to Adjen Kotoku in a little while, as we leave you with pictures of the minister and his entourage inspecting the work done so far.
Hurry up! Hello, yeah. Yeah. Hey, stop there. You yourself live there. Hey! Hey! All of you live there. Clear from there. Live there. Hey, Melania Cobia, my Vigina.
All right, so we've been bringing you live visuals from Agbogbloshie as the Greater Accra Minister inspects, if you like, work done so far. We see that there is still demolishing going on in Agbogbloshie. Most of these traders, if not all of them, have relocated to Adjen, Kotoku, and that's where Benjamin Akakpo is joining me live from. Benjamin, what can you report from Adjen, Kotoku? Hello, Ben, if you can hear me. I'm asking you to tell us what's happening in Adjen, Kotoku. That's the destination for those who are leaving Agbogbloshie or those who have left Agbogbloshie. What's the situation there this morning?
On the back of what happened yesterday, there's a lot to talk about. I'm here with some of those who sell.
Okay, we seem to still have a situation with our audio with Benjamin Akakpo. However, we're bringing you live visuals from Adjen, Kotoku. This is live from Adjen, Kotoku. And you see the tracks with the onions. Ideally, this would have been Agbogbloshie, but this is the new place, Adjen, Kotoku, where these onion sellers are expected to settle and sell going forward. The deadline is today, 1st of July. And they have complied. So back in Agbogbloshie, structures are being pulled down. But in Adjen, Kotoku, we see that the traders are about settling. Benjamin, we see the visuals. We have a fair idea what's happening. But what are the traders telling you?
So they've been telling me that they have some chief concerns. One of them has to do with security, for example. Initially, I tried engaging the commander here at the Adjen, Kotoku police station, He refused to speak, but he's saying that they are doing their work to ensure that the people have security. However, those here on the ground have complained about the fact that they don't know what security system will be available, whether there will be patrols at night, for example, to safeguard, to protect the onions that they are carting to this place. They have also said, I spoke with one of them who was here together with us initially, and he said that they would want that protection. Else, if they nab any person trying to rob them of their products, it might not be a pleasant spectacle. So they would rather prefer that government put in place the right measures to guarantee security for them. They've also spoken about a fire service so that they can have some proximity in case there is any fire outbreak here. And among other things, they've also mentioned that they need banking services, financial services. They want financial services close to them so that in any eventuality, I mean, they can actually save what they make from here and avoid any robbery attacks. So these are some of the concerns they have. But spacing is still an issue here. They are complaining about the fact that the stalls are not enough. In fact, I've counted over 100 stalls here in Adjen, Kotoku for the onion sellers. And in fact, on my left, deep into my left, quite a distance away, that is where those who actually are the cattle herders. They are not here yet, as per my interactions with them yesterday. They've not moved yet. En route, we also saw some of the scrap dealers in their trucks coming through. We saw a few of them. It appears there is some momentum, but it's the onion sellers that are here the most, a lot of them. And I'm going to be interacting shortly with some of them, but these are some of the chief concerns they have been raising. Well, joining us now, we have this gentleman. What's your first name? Alaji Isaka. Now, Alaji Isaka, okay, I think we might as well speak English. So you're one of the onion sellers. How do you feel about the move to this place?
But when we come here, we are very much. If you say we are not, it's not very much. But what comes our gift now, and we are giving all the leaders applications for the three God, for the minister and the president, the secretary, and the secretary for all. And the government they should help us with security, fire service, water, and that we can also be paid.
Well, unfortunately, it's becoming a bit difficult here in Benjamin Akapo and his guests, the traders. He was just engaging an onion seller who was sharing some challenges with us. But we will have to leave Adjen Kotoku now and work on that connection and probably bring you that story a bit later on. And so that's it with our conversation on the relocation, making Accra work again. That's the theme the minister is going with. So in the coming days, I guess we will all wait to see what comes up or what is put in place of the sites that the onion sellers were occupying in Agbogbloshie. There's an unsettled issue with those who deal with cattle, by the way, and we'll be following through with that story as well.